Welcome back to Vlad the Impaler story, part 3. So where I left off, Vlad had entered the service of John Hunyadi of Hungary, who had been the guy who had organized the coup against his father, and this is because the now sitting voivode of Wallachia, Vladislav II, who Hunyadi had replaced Dad Vlad with, was now fighting with the Sultan, Mehmet II. Needless to say, Hungary was pissed, so Hunyadi finally said, "Hey Dracula, you can have your throne back." This had been all Vlad wanted, so he takes a small contingent and a bunch of Hungarian mercenaries and sets off for Wallachia. His goal was to get the boyars on his side. The boyars, I forgot to mention, were the aristocratic class of the region. He wanted to get his father's old supporters and those who were very dissatisfied with Vladislav's rule. It doesn't take him long to gather an army, and then he sets off to meet Vladislav just outside Targoviste. What happens next is a bit of a movie moment. In front of the two armies, Vlad Dracula challenges Vladislav of the Daneshti to a duel to the death to decide the fate of Wallachia. Winner takes all, no quarter given, no mercy shown. It's an incredibly bold and savvy political move, because it not only allowed Vlad to take vengeance for the murder of his father and brother, it would also show the boyars what kind of ruler he would be. Like, not only do I care about my countrymen and acknowledge this was a personal issue, but I don't need an army to do my killing for me. I am very capable of getting down in the dirt. So Vladislav agrees to the duel. However, Vlad Dracula was acknowledged, even by his enemies, to be an exceptional fighter. He had been training since he was a child and even impressed the Ottoman Sultan with his abilities. Needless to say, he cut down Vladislav without hesitation or mercy. Vlad was now the undisputed voivode of Wallachia. He had claimed his birthright and avenged his family. Vengeance and title claimed, he now had a job to do. Hunyadi had asked him to shore up the Transylvanian border, so he did. Meanwhile, Mehmet II had been attacking Belgrade. However, with Vlad now ruling Wallachia, Mehmet couldn't use his full army. He had to leave a contingent behind to make sure the Wallachians didn't attack. This gave John Hunyadi time enough to gather his forces and attack the Ottomans on the Danube. They made safe the city and repelled the Ottoman invasion. It was acknowledged to be a great victory and a huge humiliation for Mehmet, who executed a number of generals afterwards. However, this had come at a cost for the Hungarians, because John Hunyadi, their greatest soldier and leader, the staunch defender of Christendom, had died of plague during the battle. It was a bit of an ignoble death for such a great soldier, but c'est la vie. However, following this, Vlad Dracula was formally elected by the High Boyar Council to his position, and he set out to secure his borders. And come back for part 4.